Well, welcome to From the Pages, and hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell. Because this time we are diving headfirst into the August 1988 issue of WWF Magazine, a summer soaked snapshot of the Federation at full throttle, presented with glossy layouts, neon color pops, dramatic photography, and a tidal wave of attitude as the Hulkamania era collides with the Macho Madness era. And the company's cast of heroes and villains explodes across every page. And as always, the issue opens with a barrage of 80s advertisements promising everything a fan could want, from official WWF merchandise to posters, shirts, foam fingers, bumper stickers, mail-in offers, trading cards, weight training plans, hotline numbers, and photo sets, all framed in sharp reds and electric yellows that scream Peak Federation swagger. And once the promotional storm passes, we slide into the editor's comments on page 4, setting the tone for the issue by touching on the shifting directions inside the WWF and the evolving attitudes of its biggest stars, followed by page 6's fan forum, where readers send letters packed with praise, frustrations, predictions, and passionate defenses of their favorite wrestlers, creating a glimpse of how deeply fans were invested in the storylines of 1988. And then page 8 brings On the Mat, this time zeroing in on the ever shrill, ever scheming Jimmy Hart, as the article examines his managerial influence, his expanding stable, and his uncanny ability to remain at the center of controversy. After which, page 10's Newsbreakers delivers late-breaking developments from around the Federation, including feuds intensifying, alliances shifting, and out-of-ring behavior that keeps the WWF universe buzzing, followed immediately by Wrestler's Rebuttal, where Dino Bravo unleashes his disdain for the USA with pointed, patriotic, provoking comments that fuel his in-ring persona and set the stage for louder boos than ever. And then page 12 unleashes the month's WWF crossword, challenging readers to grapple with Federation-themed clues, followed by the WWF trivia test that pushes fans to prove exactly how much they know about the world behind the bright lights. And then page 16 shoves us straight into the features section with WWF Magazine Talks with Bad News Brown, an interview loaded with the no-nonsense fury and dead-eye intensity that defines Brown, as he talks about his street fighting roots, his distrust of everyone in the locker room, and his mission to prove he doesn't need allies, smiles, or handshakes to carve out championship destiny. And then page 20 erupts with Battle of the Titans, Savage shows, Virgil and dee-bee-AH-zee, who's the boss, a recounting of the WWF champion, Randy Savage standing tall against the combined arrogance of the $1 Million Man, and his loyal attendant Virgil, capturing how Savage overcame stacked odds through speed, defiance, and raw championship will, reinforcing the powerful glow of his Macho Madness title run. And then the magazine shifts to Bret Hitman Hart, WWF Magazine looks at his bright future, a deep, thoughtful examination of Bret's evolution into one of the most technically gifted wrestlers on the roster, charting his rise from tag team excellence to solo potential, highlighting his calm confidence, his unmatched execution, his growing fan support, and the sense that greatness is not only coming, it is inevitable. And then comes the Peggy Sue puzzle, a playful and investigative look at the mysterious Peggy Sue persona lingering behind Sherry Martel and Honky Tonk Man, posing the question of who is really behind that veil and analyzing why the disguise matters in Honky's ongoing battles, particularly those threatening his Intercontinental Championship reign. And then Savage, the first 100 days, breaks down the Macho Man's early tenure as WWF champion, interviewing friends, rivals, and observers to assess how Savage handles pressure, maintains intensity, and navigates both enemies and allies, painting him as an unpredictable but undeniable force who elevates the belt by sheer charisma and defiant electricity. And then the magazine heats up again with rude vows to destroy Jake on page 26, a psychological, venom-dripping account of ravishing Rick Rude's obsession with Jake the Snake Roberts following the infamous Cheryl Roberts incident, with Rude's focus shifting from vanity and arrogance to something darker and more personal, as he promises that only Jake's total destruction will restore his pride leading to deeper hatred between them than ever before. And then Muraco will collect from Valentine, the hammer will pay for injuring Superstar, detailing Don Muraco's fury toward Greg the Hammer Valentine after. Valentine injures Superstar Billy Graham, transforming Muraco's mission from competition to personal retribution as he vows painful payback for the slight. And once the major features conclude, the magazine dives into Around the Ring, delivering snapshots of ongoing stories, rising stars, commentary on the live event circuit, and small but meaningful shifts in WWF momentum, followed by Private Eye, which slips behind the curtain to snoop on humorous or candid situations involving WWF personalities, showcasing lighter glimpses that contrast the magazine's more intense features. And then WWF Lowdown brings its own behind-the-scenes feel, highlighting oddities, rumors, snapshots, and moments that flesh out the non-stop motion of the locker room, followed by WWF Wrap-Up, summarizing all ongoing feuds, angles, twists, and trajectory changes happening across television and house shows, serving as a final pulse check on the Federation as the summer of 1988 rolls forward. And beyond the departments, the magazine continues to stack in advertisements promoting video cassettes, superstar profiles, event programs, officially licensed product lines, and opportunities to gear up like your favorite wrestlers, while the back pages round the issue out with WWF History Library, offering glimpses into the lineage and legacy that influenced the modern roster, and caught in the act presenting unusual, funny, or unexpected photos snapped at the perfect moment, showcasing how no matter how polished the WWF may seem, anything can happen when the cameras are rolling. And by the time we hit the mailbag on page 72, it's clear the magazine has delivered another full-throttle, information-packed, storyline-driven, advertisement-stacked time capsule from the height of the golden era, bringing fans a complete blend of kayfabe intensity, real-world personality, career trajectories, and pure 80s wrestling electricity, sealing August 1988 WWF Magazine as yet another unforgettable chapter in the Federation's printed legacy, and a perfect deep-dive experience for From the Pages.